Hey everyone, this video is part 2 in my mini-series on playing major guitar scales and using those scales to play melodies. Now, if you have not seen video number 1, I would encourage that you watch that before this video because in that video I teach you how to play the first octave of a major scale. This video builds on that by teaching you how to play notes below that first octave. Alright, so watch that video before this one if you haven't already, and you can get to it by clicking on the link in this video's description. That will take you to a spreadsheet containing all my other guitar lesson videos, and they should be organized in such a way that you can easily find the one prior to this one. Alright, so when you're playing notes lower than note 1 of a scale, then what you're really doing is you're just doing a little bit of math. I have another video where I explain that a major key is made up of a certain number of steps. So from note 1 of the key, like right now I'm just playing the E string open. By the way, you don't play a guitar like this, obviously. I'm just doing it so you can see the neck of the guitar more easily, and that'll mess me up probably a lot. But anyway, so note 1 of a major scale. Note 2 is going to be a whole step, which means 2 frets higher. So here's note 2, and then go another whole step for note 3, half step, which is 1 fret for note 4, whole step for note 5, whole step for note 6, and then whole step to note 7, and then a half step to get to note 8, and that's your whole scale. And when you're just playing one string like that, you can just use one finger. I like to use my middle finger to play all of it. But it's up to you. And so if I am playing in any major key, and it doesn't really matter where I start, wherever note 1 is, if this is note 1, then I could start counting backward using that formula whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, but in reverse to find all the other notes. So for example, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 and then half goes from note 7 to note 1. And if I'm starting on note 1 and I need to find a note 7, I go back a half step. And then if I need to find note 6, then I go back a whole step from there because it's a whole step from 6 to 7. Sorry, there's a whole step. Then if I need to go to note 5, I go back another whole step. So this is going to be most useful if you're playing in a key, if you're using the first octave of a major scale on guitar. It's going to be most useful if you play on a key that is high enough on the E string that you can actually reach whatever low, pre-first octave notes you need to, still on the E string. So what's really common is songs that use a whole octave, but they also go down to note 5 of the previous octave. So 8, 7, 6, 5. I said 8 for note 1 because note 1 and note 8 are the same. So you can think of it either way. So I could also have just said 1, 7, 6, 5. And so these are the frets I'm doing. From my first fret of the scale, that's note 1, go down 1 fret for note 7, go down 2 more for note 6, go down 2 more for note 5. So that's going to allow you to play songs like Amazing Grace that spend a lot of time below note 1. It starts on note 5 actually. So here's my note 1 that I started with. So here's Amazing Grace. 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, and then I go down to note 6, 5, 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 5. And then you can figure out the rest of the song from there, but just so you know, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 6, 1, 1, 6, 1, 5, 5, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. So that was an illustration of a song that goes below octave number 1 and why it can be useful to be able to access those lower notes. So again, the key is just that formula, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, which counts up from note 1 to note 8. And you just play it in reverse in order to find those lower notes. And I've written that formula out in the video's description, so consult those notes, and hopefully they'll make sense to you. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, etc., and I look forward to seeing you next time. God bless.